So that happened. This year I'm trying to interview an American Motorcycle Club member. He rendered his services as a consultant for a movie that I will bring in the summer here on this channel. So I subscribed to that guy's channel and I started to watch the live streamings that he's doing every day from Monday through Friday. And once he saw me there, he asked his subscribers to subscribe to my channel as well and, just support a biker brother from another country. And the interesting thing is that they did. They subscribed to my channel, at least a few of them. And I thought, okay, that's fine. They will not understand a word that I'm saying, but it's okay. But I realized that they didn't just subscribe to my channel, they are actually watching the videos. And one of them asked me if I could upload an English version of a video that I made. And so, here it is. I hope you enjoy. In the fourth season, Sons of Anarchy had to transport cocaine for the Galindo cartel as SAMTAZ protected them. But the Lobo Sonora cartel, Galindo's rivals, they captured the president of SAMTAZ, Armando, beheaded him, and sent his head along with the heads of 3 Mayans to the Semcro. And that raised the question, after Armando's death, what happened to SAMTAZ? And that's what we're going to find out in this video. Hey everybody, how's it going? This is Lubis from Motorhead Motogrupo, and today's video is going to be a little bit different from what you're used to, because today I'm making an English version of an already uploaded video of my channel. If you do not understand English, don't worry, there is a Portuguese version of the same video right here. It all started at the Screaming Dead Clubhouse, where the Slaughter is pushing them to pay back $100,000 due to a meth deal that went wrong. Screaming Dead President Keats says that they do not have that kind of money because, his crew got robbed. But as soon as he finds out who did it, he will kill that guy, and he could even make a video to send Sid, the president of the Slaughter. Sid wasn't too happy about it. He says that he knows Keith for a long time and that he recognizes that $100,000 is a lot of money to raise in such short period. And so he proposes to Keats a patch over. Before Keats could answer, Sid explains that if they do not accept the patch over offer, the Screaming Dead will be considered hostile by the Slaughter. And of course, that means trouble. Sid and the rest of the Slaughter leaves the Screaming Dead clubhouse, and the members of the Screaming Dead asks Keats what he wants to do about it. He answers that $100K is a lot of money, and the only solution is to bring Sid's offer to the table. Next day, Franco, the new president of the SAMTAZ, is summoned at Sophia's house, which is a brothel owned by SAMTAZ. When he gets there, he becomes aware of a few troublemakers that won't leave. And of course, these troublemakers are Sid and a few other members of the Slaughter. Sid says that he was just visiting a friend that works there, Rachel, and that when he heard that Sophia was calling the Sons of Anarchy, he thought it was a good opportunity to stay there and try to, do some business with a local club. And so, Sid invited Franco to go talk outside. Outside the brothel, Sid says that he knows the Sons of Anarchy control that area and that he is not interested in a turf war. It's quite contrary. He's interested in do business with the Sons of Anarchy. He also says that the Mayans are controlling the meth dealing in that area and that it was not fair that the Mexicans were taking away the jobs of hard-working outlaw Americans such as themselves. Franco says that the Sons of Anarchy do not want to get into drug business, and if the Mayans want to do so, there is no problem as long as they don't deal in Tucson. Sid insists, saying that they have a huge meth production and that the Tucson folks have quite a thirst for the drug. What would make that a great place for doing business. Then he proposes that the Slaughter would provide the SAMTAZ the drugs and SAMTAZ would supply the local dealers. Franco says that the Sons of Anarchy will not deal meth and neither will let any other club to do so in their turf. Sid replies saying that he thinks it's funny because gun dealing and prostitution and weed it's okay, but meth is too heavy for the Sons. Besides, if the Sun gets into the crystal business, they could make millions of dollars more per year. Franco interrupts Sid saying that meth brings a lot of problems and it almost ended SAMTAZ. And if the Slaughter wants to deal it, so be it, but not in Tucson. And if he sees Sid or any other club members dealing meth inside their turf, there's gonna be a problem. Sid turns around and say, "You can blame a man for trying." And as he leaves with the rest of the Slaughter, Franco asks one of his brothers to set up a meeting. And also, he asks Sophia to let Rachel know that she's fired. Meanwhile, in another location of Arizona, in a meth lab owned by the Slaughter, Danny, one of the cook, is trying to wake up his partner by throwing a bottle of soda on his head. He says that they are behind schedule and that will make Sid pissed off. Steve, Danny's partner, says that if Sid has a problem with him, he would just slap Sid around. And Danny replies saying that if he had the balls to say that in Sid's face, he would have his ass kicked from there to Sunday. But before he could say anything else, he sees Steve's lighting up a meth pipe, which of course blows the whole place up. Later that night, at the SAMTAZ clubhouse, Jax, Tig, and Happy arrives to the barbecue in celebration of Franco's birthday. Jax starts a conversation about how well Franco was keeping the place after everything that happened. After a while, Franco says that he wishes he could set up a nice brothel like the one that Sam Crow has. And Jax says that if he needs anything, he just needs to say. Franco takes a sip of his beer and decided to tell Jax what happened earlier that day. He tells Jax about the Slaughter and he says that those guys didn't look like they would take a no for an answer. He says that the Slaughter is twice, maybe 3 times bigger than SAMTAZ and that he's gonna need help to deal with it. Jax replies saying that there's nothing he can do right now, but he will look into it first thing in the morning. But right now, after 12 hours riding, he just want to share a beer with his brothers. While Franco's birthday party was going on, Sid decides to visit Keats at his house. He says that he needs to know how the Screaming Dad voted the batch over. Of course, Keats gets mad and he says that he does not accept Sid coming to his house. That if he want to talk about it, they could do it next morning at the clubhouse. But Sid wants to talk about it right now because he heard that the Screaming Dad voted in favor of the patch over. And because of that, Keats had a bitch fit and decided to quit the club. Yeah, I learned bitch fit watching White Chicks. Great. Keats says that it looks like Sid already knows everything that happened and therefore there is no reason for him to be at his doorstep. So he asks, what the hell is Sid doing at his house? And Sid answers, saying that he wanted to see if Keats would be honest with him. And also, he wanted to know what would Keats do from now on. Will he start another club? Will he join another already existent club? What's his next step? And Keats replies saying that he's done. He's tired of this life and he doesn't want to be a part of it anymore. And he says that he's feeling lucky enough because he doesn't know many people who got into this life and got out of it alive. Sid agrees with Keats' decision and treacherously shoots him 3 times. He apologizes to Keats and he says that he could not let anyone who knows as many secrets about the Slaughter as Keats does just walk away. And back at Franco's party, some of the SAMTAZ members were just leaving and they started to be followed by a van. When the van got in front of the bikes, we can see the back door opening and there was a few of the Slaughter members. They opened fire against the SAMTAZ crew killing them all. And so it ends this edition of the Sons of Anarchy comics. Stay tuned for the next issue's summary. I'll see you next time.